call up is our friend, Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Thank you so much. Eric, thank you so much. Pastor Stearns, I don't know how I drew the short straw that I have to follow you, but I can just reassure the audience that I am not going to sing. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 20th District in South Florida, and welcome to what I would deem the most incredible event that I have ever participated in the time that I have been in public office. This is an incredible opportunity. And just from what I've seen tonight, I think that it is very clear that there is hope for unity in the United States of America. It is an incredible pleasure to be here with all of you tonight at the South Florida Israel Summit. Christians and Jews stand united for Israel. I'm especially delighted to be here with my friends and colleagues, Congressman Ted Deutch and Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, who has just joined us, both of whom are stalwart supporters of Israel. And I do want to just take a point of personal privilege. The two gentlemen who sang at the outset, the Star Spangled Banner, Lou Gatlirio, and my cantor, William Lieberman, the cantor of B'nai Aviv Synagogue, where I am a member. It was absolutely incredibly beautiful. Thank you so much, as Cantor Lieberman always is at our synagogue. I want to thank the Jewish Federation of Broward County and the Broward Pastors Network. This is a historic initiative, bringing together advocates and leaders to combat the insidious campaign to delegitimize Israel. We are here today to learn more about a subject that is close to all of our hearts, the state of Israel and the pernicious attempts to denigrate our Jewish homeland. As you all know, the special friendship between the United States and Israel is a sacred bond that must be protected. And all of the organizations and individuals involved in this summit's work tirelessly to guard that bond. As the first Jewish woman to represent the state of Florida in the United States House of Representatives, I am thrilled to bring my love of Israel to work with me every single day. Thank you. Since 1948, when the U.S. became the first country to recognize Israel, we have always stood by Israel's side as her strongest ally and friend. 60 years ago, President Truman began a long and rich tradition of trust and partnership with Israel that continues to thrive today. And it is particularly fitting that the Deputy Foreign Minister, Danny Ayalon, has joined us today. Thank you so much, Deputy Minister. It's been a pleasure to work with you for many, many years. And I welcome you to my congressional district and to South Florida. During that time, Israel has blossomed from desert sands into a shining example of economic progress and cultural diversity, all while under the threat of attack from hostile neighbors and a global delegitimization campaign. And unfortunately, that delegitimization campaign is alive and growing. We see it on college campuses here in America and abroad, in the media, and in the halls of the world's international organizations. It is not only Israel's neighbors who fail to recognize the legitimacy of the Jewish state. Unfortunately, Israel also faces vicious smear campaigns and anti-Semitic vitriol from a surprisingly wide array of members and global institutions like the United Nations. In the face of these attacks, I am so proud that the U.S. government has stood strongly by Israel's side, and as long as I and my colleagues are members of Congress, we promise you that we always will. Now, as you know, Washington has been very polarized lately, and there are many divisive issues in front of the U.S. Congress. But when it comes to our support of Israel, we are unified and work arm in arm. I'm so proud. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are all here standing in support of Israel, and tonight that is the only thing that this evening should be about. The only thing. Standing together in support of Israel, making sure that regardless of our differences, we stand together and pound against delegitimization. Make sure that the United my voice and my vote to stand as a stalwart ally for the state of Israel. President Obama and the U.S. Congress have led the way on many of these issues, standing firmly at Israel's side, supporting her security, and paving the road toward peace. Next month, the Palestinians possibly intend to unilaterally declare independence at the United Nations. An unacceptable action. Thank you. This is an unproductive and dangerous move that the United States Congress and the Obama administration have firmly committed to oppose. Let me be clear. There must be a peaceful solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. However, this must come out of direct bilateral negotiations that are agreed to by both sides. Thank you. Israel can never be expected to negotiate with Hamas, a terrorist organization sworn to her destruction. We will continue to demand that Hamas accept the basic responsibilities of peace, including recognizing Israel's right to exist and rejecting violence and adhering to all existing agreements. Thank you. In the meantime, any provocative unilateral actions will make successful negotiations less likely and lasting peace even tougher to achieve. But in these challenging times, we must continue to be optimistic about the resolution of this conflict. Israel's security and prosperity depend on it. Thank you so much for participating in this important program this evening. When it comes to standing up for Israel's security, strengthening Iran's sanctions, and supporting Israel at the UN, I have always been there, will always be there, and stand as an unwavering supporter of the Jewish state. Thank you. Let me just conclude on a personal note. As a Jewish mother, raising 3 beautiful Jewish children, it is imperative to me that Israel always remains safe, secure, and strong. I am so proud to co-sponsor pro-Israel legislation and consistently vote and stand up and use my voice in support of the Jewish state because this is personal and a professional priority. Thank you so much. I'm Israel High. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Your 4 bombs in 9 days in Jerusalem, Ashkelon, Tel Aviv, dozens murdered, scores wounded. Indeed, America lost its own children in these attacks. We know your pain is unimaginable and to some extent unshareable, but America grieves with you and prays that you will be comforted among the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem.
Israel has opened up to the world since the peace process started. And as a result of that, Israel communicates with so many countries it never communicated with. So we live through a time where the economy grows, many more Jews do come to Israel. We have successfully absorbed close to 700,000 people. We do have to emphasize any special area where we should really put and concentrate our efforts. It's to bring many more young people to the table, and to try and bring the younger generation to be bonded to Israel, to travel to Israel, to be exposed to what takes place in Israel, to recognize the success story of Israel.
This concludes our special show for today in solidarity with the State of Israel. I'm Richard Peritz. Thank you for being with us.